Hello, my name is Nur Shazana Najwa binti Azman. My number ID is SIT23110024. Today, me and my friends, Muhammad Danish Shafiq bin Muhammad Shafi'i, will present about our business finance assignment. So today, we will be analyze the financial performance of a company named Dura Ltd. This analysis covered to three major, which is liquidity ratio, asset management ratio, and the last one is the debt management ratio. So our presentation will be like really structured, which is we will evaluate the company financial standing using ratio analysis, compare the performance which industry competitors, and propose strategic recommendation for the improvement. The detailed analysis will help us to understand the strength and weakness of the Dura Ltd financial structure and performance. So, for the introduction, the Dura Ltd is a company we analyze based on its financial data for the year 2023 and 2024. So, our analysis involves measuring its liquidity, like how easily it can meet short-term obligation, its asset management, or how responsibility is managed its borrowing. So, we can also compare the financial with indicator with those of two companies in the same industry, which is Umbun Co and Flatswell Corps. So here we want to see the liquidity ratio calculation in 2024. Let's start with the liquidity ratio. In 2024, Dura Ltd record a current ratio of 3.57 times. This means the company has RM 3.57 in current asset for every RM 1 ringgit of current liabilities, and this is a healthy figure because it indicates that the company is more than able to cover its short-term debts, ensuring smooth daily operation. Now, let's look for the quick ratio, which is stand at 1.40 times. It's even more important as it excludes inventory, prepaid expenses, so the items that maybe not be quickly converted to cash, but a ratio above 1 is generally considered as a good, and in this case, it shows that the company has a strong immediate liquidity. So, for the last one is the net working capital of RM 1,407,500. Further confirm that the Dura Ltd has a substantial buffer, which is critical during period of financial uncertainty or when expected expenses have been raised.
So on the fourth slide is about liquidity ratio analysis. When comparing Dura Ltd's liquidity performance to the industry average, we observe that its current ratio of 3.57 is slightly below the industry standard of 4.3. On the surface, this may seem like a weakness, but it could also suggest that the company is managing its current assets more aggressively and efficiently, possibly by minimizing idle cash or excess inventory. Interestingly, Dura's quick ratio of 1.40 is significantly higher than the industry's, which is 0.97, which is a strong indication that the company is not overly reliant on inventory to meet obligations. This is especially important in industries where inventory turnover is lower. Furthermore, the company's net working capital being positive and high shows it has adequate short-term resources, which give it operational flexibility and protects it from liquidity crisis. So moving on to slide 5, which is historical asset management performance. Looking at Dura Ltd's asset management performance from 2023 to 2024, there are mixed results. The inventory turnover increased from 4.36 to 5.01 times. This improvement indicates better stock management. Products are sold and restocked more frequently, reducing holding costs and risk of obsolescence. A higher inventory turnover usually reflects strong demand or improved efficiency in sales and supply chain management. However, The day sale outstanding or DSO only improved slightly from 35 to 34 days. This shows a small improvement in collecting payments from customers, but not a significant change. What is concerning is the drop in fixed asset turnover from 6.2 to 4.0 times, and total asset turnover from 5.1 to 3.9 times. This drop suggests that the company may have invested in new assets that haven't yet contributed to increased revenue, or that its sales have decreased while assets remain the same, indicating inefficiency in resource usage. So, on the 6 slides, which is competitor comparison in 2024, Dora Ltd was compared with two competitors, which is Embun Co and Flexwell Corporation, using 4 asset management ratios. In inventory turnover, Embun leads with 6.22 times, Flexwell follows with 5.89 times, and Dora lags behind at 5.01 times. This suggests that both competitors are managing their inventories more efficiently, possibly due to better demand forecasting or faster moving products. In terms of DSO, Dora collection period is the longest at 34 days, compared to Embun's 26 and Flexwell 29.3. This indicates that Dura may have weaker credit policies or less effective collection processes. For fixed asset turnover, Dura is far behind, only 4.0 compared to Embun's 7.03 and Flexwell 7.6. A similar trend appears in total asset turnover. These results clearly show that Dura Ltd is not utilizing its assets as effectively as its competitors, which may result in lower profitability. Next slide is about overall evaluation despite minor internal improvements. Dora Ltd's performance still falls behind industry competitors. While the company has made progress in inventory turnover and the day sale outstanding, it still ranks last in every ratio when compared to Embun Co and Flexwell Corporation. The significant decline in fixed and total asset turnover is especially concerning. These figures suggest inefficient use of capital and poor return on investment in fixed assets. Dura may have over-invested in machinery or facilities that have not translated into higher revenue. If this trend continues, it could lead to financial strain and missed growth opportunities.
Here, I will share about how Dura Ltd improved their asset management performance by strategy area. So basically, I have 3 how they improve their asset management performance. So for the first strategy is improve inventory turnover. So for address these issues, so our first recommendation is to improve inventory management. Dura Ltd can benefit from implementing a just-in-time, which is JIT, inventory system, which ensure the stock is replenished only when needed. This minimize can access inventory and reduce storage costs. In addition, the company could also apply ABC analysis, which focus on management effort on the most valuable and fast-moving product. Finally, better demand forecasting tools can align inventory purchase with customer demand, reducing the risk of overstocking. This change can lead to higher inventory turnover and more efficient operation. The second strategy is maximize fixed asset utilization. Basically, focus on maximizing the use of fixed asset. Dura Ltd should perform a detailed audit of its fixed asset to identify underutilized or idle machinery or facility. This can either be sold, leased, or redirected to areas where they can generate more value. Capital investment decisions must also be linked directly to revenue projection to ensure that the fund are only allocated to assets that will deliver return. This strategic approach helps improvement efficiency, reduce depreciation expenses, and enhance return on asset. The third recommendation is to strengthen receivable collection. Even though DSO improved slightly, the pace is too slow. Dura Ltd should introduce early payment incentive to encourage faster customer payment and apply penalty for late payment to discourage delays. Using a customer relation management CRM system to automate invoicing and reminder can make the collection process more efficient. Improve receivable collection ensure the better cash flow, allowing the company to reinvest quickly and pay its own obligation on the time. Here, I will talk about the health of Dura Ltd debt management in 2024, which is I have do a calculation using a debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and time interest earned. Now let's look at the Dura Ltd debt management. The company has the debt ratio of 0.37. This meaning only 3.7% of its assets are financed through debt, while the rest is financed through equity. This low ratio reduces financial risk and show conserved borrowing. The debt to equity ratio is 0.58, which means that every RM of equity that the company only has RM0.8 of debt. This shows the shareholders still have a strong control over the company. So for the time interest earned ratio is earned about 12.67. This indicating that the company earned more than 12 times in the interest expenses. This strong interest coverage suggests excellent financial health even if profit falls slightly. So, for the conclusion is Dura Ltd show a strong liquidity and low risk debt usage. Importance of healthy debt management. Maintaining healthy debt management is very crucial for the long-term success. A balanced capital structure will reduce dependency on external financings, which is they will limit the financial risk. It also builds investor confidence and improve credit rating, making future borrowing more affordable. So, Dura Ltd low debt level and strong interest coverage make it financially resilient. This means that during the economic downturn or business slowdowns, the company is less likely to face insolvency or need emergency funding. It also enables Dura to focus on innovation, expansion, and employee development rather than debt repayment. So that's all from me. Thank you.